What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to show you how to zipper a walleye. And now not only that, I'm going to show you a hybrid method that allows you to fillet a walleye in only 2 cuts per side. That's right, 2 cuts per side, and it does utilize the zipper method. So we're going to go through the conventional way of doing it and then my modified method. You'll notice I am now using Rapala fillet knives. You guys have seen me use other brands in the past. Those are still good brands. However, Rapala reached out to me and they wanted to make a partnership, start sponsoring my fillet videos, and I couldn't be happier. Rapala is a great company, and this is in fact the exact same knife that I grew up filleting fish with, and my dad did as well. The history is there, the quality is there, and I'm just super excited to start working with Rapala, and I know you guys will love them as well. So with that, let's get started and zipper a couple walleyes. Now, super key to any good fish is well taken care of fish. So this fish has been bled out, it's been put on ice, and it's in really good shape. So let's start with the first cut here, and that's going to be right behind this hard part behind the gill here, and we're going to ankle it up towards the head so we get that meat up in here. And then we're going to turn our knife, just cut in about 1 inch or so, and follow the bones, these bones that go off the spine, right down till you hit about the front of the anal fin, and then you can poke through and just go all the way down like so. Then we're going to come back and turn our knife the other way and just start slicing that fillet off of the carcass, and then we're going to hit the ribs right there. We're going to go up and over the ribs, and we're going to cut through the pin bones. You'll feel just a small bone poking off those ribs, and that's the pin bones. We're going to cut those right off with the fillet. So there you have the fillet with the skin on and the pin bone still in it. We'll set that aside and we'll do the other side of this fish quick. So for this, I'm going to flip them around, start on the other side. Same kind of thing, just following it in, pop through, cut it right off, and right up and over the ribs and through the pin bones, and angle down the other side like so, and we just take it right off like this. Okay, so now we have 2 fillets right there with just the skin and the pin bones left. So if you guys want to, if it's a big enough fish, you can take out the cheeks. I got another video that shows how to do that. We're gonna kind of avoid that in this video just because, just for time's sake. And always clean the table, so I like to use my squeegee and just clean off the slime and whatnot. Okay, now to skin this, I like to move it right to the edge of the table so I can drop the butt of my knife below the table a little bit. And we're just gonna take that knife and run it right along the skin, just like so, angling down just slightly, and remove that fillet like so. So now we've taken the skin off. Now we'll do the other one real quick. Again, right there, lay it on the edge of the table, cut down, just grip the skin here with your finger, and run that knife right along the skin, whoops, right along the skin, taking that skin off of the fillet. Just like that, nice clean, nothing left on the skin at all. So here's the zipper part. We've got our 2 fillets, okay? Now what we'd often do, or what I've shown you before, is to find those pin bones with your finger and kind of cut down on either side of them, right? Well, with the zipper method, we simply go back to the tail, and you can either cut this, or what I do is I just pinch it with my thumb, and you can see it splits. And now what we're going to do is we're just going to grab each side of that, and we're just going to pull. And now that fillet is going to come right apart like that. And that's why they call it the zipper method, because it works like a zipper. Now you'll notice one of these sides has no pin bones in it. The other side still has the pin bones in it. So now we're going to come back and we're going to grab kind of right on the back of that tail again. We're going to grab just the other side of the pin bones, and we're just going to zipper those off just like we did the other side. So boom, zipper, there's your pin bones and your lateral line, everything that you don't want. And here's your 2 sides of your fillet. So one more time, Looks like the bottom this time is the one that came apart with no pin bones on it. So now we go back and we just pinch again and we pull that lateral line with the pin bones off of the upper fillet. So that's basically it. That's your standard zipper method. Now we have 4 pieces of meat and we have 2 lateral lines with the pin bones in them without having to use our knife, and it works pretty dang slick. Okay guys, this is actually the method I'm most excited to show you. This is my hybrid method. We're going to actually remove the fillet from the fish, all the bones from the fillet and the skin off the fillet in literally 2 cuts. So much like the other method, we're going to start with the same initial cut. So it's going to be that angle cut behind the gills right here. Okay, straight down to the backbone. But this time, instead of coming up here and running our knife shallow, we're actually going to turn the knife and cut the whole fillet off the fish, including the ribs. So we're gonna just slice right through those ribs, straight down the fish. That's our first cut, right? And now we're gonna stop right here. We're gonna flip the fillet. We're just gonna keep that cut going. So I'm counting this as 1 cut. And we're literally gonna just keep going and take the skin off in 1 slice like so. Okay, so now we've got 1 fillet with the ribs in it and no skin on it. Now we're going to flip that fish around. So we're going to make that first cut, turn our knife, again cutting right through those ribs all the way down to the tail, flip it over. Just keep going, taking that skin right off the fillet. 1 cut. Right, so now again we've got our ribs and our pin bones still in there, but the skin's gone and it's just the fillet and the bones left. Okay, so that's 1 cut per side so far. All right guys, this is where it gets really cool. So we've got our ribs right here. We've got our pin bones coming off the ribs going straight down. What we're going to do is we're going to flip this fillet over. Now the ribs are right here, okay? Now here's our second cut because we only get 2 cuts, right? We're going to go on the rib side of the lateral line and we're only going to cut down till we hit the ribs. You can feel it kind of ticking there. You can hear my knife, right? Then we're going to turn our knife sideways, and this is why I like this little 6-inch flex for this. It's nice and flexible. We're going to put downward pressure on it and basically just slide it across the top of those ribs, taking that belly meat off like so, all the way to the back where those ribs stop, which is about right in here. Okay, so that's our second cut. We've got rib meat, we've got pin bones here. Now we're going to go back to the zipper method. So I'm just going to pinch that tail again, start separating, start pulling. And it looks like this one's going to want to separate at the belly. So I'm just going to pull that belly right off of there. Super easy. Belly comes nice and clean. Now I'm going to go back. I'm going to pinch the other side of that lateral line. Start pinching that down, pinching that down. Now I can literally pull all the pin bones and the ribs in 1 piece, zipper them right out of there. And there's your ribs and your pin bones in 1 chunk. And now we've got our 2 pieces of clean meat right there. So that's the modified zipper method. Pull that rib cage right out with the pin bones, and you literally only have to make 2 cuts. All right, one more time on the other side here. Flip it over so the back's facing you. Find those ribs, go on the rib side, and we're just gonna cut on this side of the lateral line till you feel those ribs. Turn the knife, and just a little downward pressure, and that knife literally just slides across those ribs super easily. Just glides across them. That Teflon is really nice for that. Okay, now we can see them. We've got to the end of them right here. Back to the zipper method. Just start pinching till it starts coming apart. Zippity doo dah. There's your belly meat. Okay, now we go back, start at the top, and zipper everything right out of there, just like that. Done. Bones gone. 2 cuts, 2 pieces, zipper them, It works. Well, there you have it. There's 2 different ways you can use the zipper method to fillet your next walleye. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you hit subscribe before you leave if you haven't already. That's super important for the channel. And if you're going to purchase any of the knives in these videos, make sure you purchase them through the links below. Those commissions help the channel greatly. So thanks again. I'm going to leave another video for you right here. Get hooked up.